There's a power outage, sorry. All of you can hear me now? Can all of you can hear me now? Because the power went off. So all of you can hear me now? Yeah. So these are the output of the describe function. The describe function is giving you number of observations. The mean average of Sensex is 33,059. Standard deviation. It's also giving you standard deviation, STD or standard deviation. Standard deviation is also being given. And these are the parameters you are going to get when you do Sensex. So Sensex is giving you this output. Describe function is giving you this output. Okay, all of you got the describe output. So if you look at the average in the last 5 years, the average of Sensex is 33,059. The standard deviation is around 4,994. The lowest point is 22,951 and the highest point is 41,952. So Sensex, this is the parameters we get for Sensex for I'm very sorry, I don't know why there's a power interruptions going on, massive power interruptions. I don't know, they're going and coming. So the maximum point is this, the minimum point is, you got the maximum, minimum, and all of you got the output for describe, right? Close price describe. These are the, what you call, the describe function will give you these parameters. And when you look at any stock, we are looking at the lowest point of the stock as well as the highest point of the stock and what is the average and what is the standard deviation. And standard power came back, so I'm very sorry. So what I'm telling you is the describe function will give you these parameters, and in these parameters, what does standard deviation represent? Standard deviation represents the volatility. Volatility, or what is the thing which we get from standard deviation? The volatility in the value is what you are going to get in standard deviation. So all of you got the output for describe, right? All of you got the output of describe, and how you understood the output, describe output. Okay, all of you understood the output of the this one. Now these are all predefined functions. There is no need for what you call coding, or you don't need to do anything in Python. This is simply a predefined function which you are using. You can also plot. Sensex close dot plot kind is equal to single quote line. You'll get the line plot. See, the the Sensex plot. Kind is equal to line plot. You have the date on the y-axis, x-axis, and the value of Sensex on y-axis. See, Sensex close dot plot kind is equal to line. Kind is equal to line. Okay, all of you got the line plot? So all of you can see the line plot. Harish, Padmavati, and Suparnika, can you confirm? All of you can see the line plot? Please feel free to ask any doubts. If you are not able to execute anything, you tell me, I'll help you out. No issues at all. Okay, so you can see the plot. Whenever you see the plot, you need to send a trend. We have to look at the trend. Whenever you look at a line plot, you should look at the trend. What trend you have? You have uptrend, downtrend, downtrend, and the third one is what we call neutral, or also called as horizontal trend. Neutral or horizontal trend. So what trend you are seeing now? If you look at the graph, what trend you are seeing? You are not able to make it proper, what you call proper sense out of it, right? You are not able to understand the exact thing. So we can reduce the time frame. We can reduce the time frame. Okay, so let us say we want the data of last 1 year. We want the data of only last 1 year. This is a long-term trend which you are seeing. This is the long-term trend you are seeing. So if you want to see a short-term trend, so we need to reduce the date, because we have data coming from 2015 October till this. We are looking at a long-term trend. Now, if we want to reduce the long-term trend to short-term trend, we need to reduce the date range. So how will we reduce the date range? We have the function called date underscore range, which will help us to reduce the date range. Okay, so we have a function called pd dot data underscore date range that will help us to reduce the thing. So let us do that. Sensex 2020 is equal to, or let us say 2020 date, or sorry, we should never give numbers in front. The code date range 2020 is equal to pd dot date underscore range, open bracket, start is equal to double quotes, start, we have to give the date, and the date format should be year. First, 2020 hyphen 01 hyphen 01, comma, end is equal to double quotes 2020 hyphen 10 hyphen 14 till the last trading day. We have created a date range. We have created a date range. Now we will set up the date. Sensex 2020 is equal to Sensex close dot re-index date range 2020. Sensex 2020 is equal to Sensex close dot date range 2020. So we got the 5-year trend. Now I am trying to understand the 1-year trend. Sensex 2020 dot plot kind is equal to line. Oh, we have got the breaks also, right? So weekdays we have to do. So we have to remove the weekdays, no holidays. So we have to remove the holidays. That's the problem. Frequency is equal to single B. So we will get the date. So here frequency means consider only weekdays. Frequency is equal to B means only weekdays. It avoids weekends. But on weekdays also some festivals are there. That's why you can see some gaps coming up. On weekdays also we will have festivals. So that we have to adjust. So if you want to remove the gaps, all of you got the Sensex 2020 data? So we have adjusted the days, but still there are some missing values. So we will forward fill them. So for time series data, there are two missing value methods. Missing value methods, there are two. One is forward fill, F fill, and the second method is B fill, which is backward fill. So there are two methods which will help you to fill missing values in time series data. So one is the forward fill and the second one is backward fill. So if you look at the data, we have gaps, right? So we have to fill those with the values. So what I am doing is Sensex 2020, or let us say Sensex dot or Sensex close is equal to, we'll fill all the things. Sensex close dot fill NA in brackets method is equal to single quote F fill. Sorry, again power went off, and now there will be no. I moved my mobile hotspot, so no problem. From now onwards, you'll not have any problem. See, Sensex close is equal to Sensex close dot fill NA. All of you can hear me now clearly. All of you are able to hear me now clearly. Yeah, I moved it to mobile hotspot, so there should not be any other interruptions for us. So let us go with the thing. So I am filling the missing values. I am filling the missing values here. Sensex close is equal to Sensex close dot fill NA. Method is equal to ffill. Ffill is forward fill. Ffill is forward fill. Bfill is backward fill. So I am filling the data with the forward filling value. Okay, so we have filled the data. Now, Sensex 2020 is equal to Sensex close dot reindex date range 2020. So after filling the missing values, we are redoing the date range again. So after clearing the missing values, we are now doing the date range again. Sensex 2020 is equal to Sensex close dot reindex date range is equal to 2020. Now if I do the plot, Sensex 2020 dot plot kind is equal to line. Kind is equal to line. I don't know why it is giving gaps again. Okay, so this is the plot we get for this year. So what do you see the trend this year? So this year the trend is upward from April. So if you see the trend is upward from April 2020. The trend is upward, right? All of you agree to this point, right? The trend is upward. For the current year, the trend is upward, right? So now we have plotted the 2020 year data also. So all of you are here. Till this point you have done, all of you? Okay. Now, if you want to see the statistics for current year, Sensex 2020 dot describe. This is the current year statistics. See here. Current year, the statistics is this. So average is 36,367. Standard deviation is 4,014. Lowest point is 25,981. Maximum it went up to 41,952. Sensex went up to 41,952 higher. And then you can see here the lowest point it touched is 25,981. 25,981 is the lowest point it touched in this year, this current year. Okay, so we are just taking 196 trading days from January to till now, October 14. Okay, all of you getting this? Any doubts? Okay. Shall I continue? Others, shall I continue? Padmavati, Harish, Supanika, shall I continue? All right. So we have done some basic analysis of our price data. Okay. Now you can also plot this data, the data visualization. The data visualizations are also very important in graph. We have done the line plot, right? We have done the line plot. Now, one of the most important plot is histogram. Histogram. So, histogram is based on a frequency distribution table. Histogram is based on a frequency distribution table. So in high school days, you will do now a frequency distribution table. Okay, if FDT is nothing but you will have lower limit and upper limit, and then you calculate the frequency. How many observations will fall under that limit? So this is how we will look into it. So histograms are based on frequency distribution table. Now let us do the histogram for the complete price. Sensex close dot plot kind is equal to hist. Will give you the histogram of the plot. So histogram. Sensex close dot plot kind is equal to hist. Histogram. So if you see the frequencies, most of the time the Sensex is somewhere between 31,000 to 42,500. So it is running between those two price ranges. Histogram. You can see the histogram, how many days it was less than 30,000, greater than 30,000. You can see all those data points. Data visualization based on histogram. Histogram is a very interesting plot. It is a frequency distribution table. See, 22,500 to 25,000. 2,500 is the class interval, and it is plotting the counting the number of observations falling in the class interval. Okay, this is your frequency distribution table. All right, all of you got the frequency distribution table. Now, the second most important visualization we do is box plot. So histogram is one plot we will do. We have seen the histogram so that we can see the prices, pricing pattern, where the prices are falling. Okay, within which limits and which class intervals it is falling. Similarly, there is something called box plot. Sensex close dot plot kind is equal to box. So, comma vert is equal to false. You will get a horizontal box plot which is easy to interpret. See, this is called box plot. Box and whisker plot. So the histogram is based on frequency table. The box plot is based on quartiles. The box plot is based on quartiles. You need Q1 first quartile, Q2 second quartile, you need Q3, and you also need IQR, which is your interquartile range, which is Q3 minus Q1. So for creating box plot, you need first quartile, second quartile, third quartile, and also the interquartile range, which is third quartile minus first quartile. So this is the box plot. I will show you the structure of the box plot so that you can easily understand. And this box plot also will help you to identify outliers. Box plot also helps you to identify the outlier. See, box plot, this is the structure of the box plot, also called as box and whisker plot. So box plot is also one of the most important thing in data. Okay, and these are the different components of the box plot. You can see here very clearly. Now, the box, first line of the box is Q1. The middle line, yellow line, is the median or the second quartile. This is the third quartile, and the difference is Q3. This is the lowest, and this is the thing. Now, it calculates outliers using this formula. The outliers, that means if there are extreme values that fall outside the normal range, will be identified using this formula Q1 minus 1.5 times interquartile range, or Q3 plus 1.5 times interquartile range. Outliers. Outliers will be identified by box plot using these two formulas. And what are outliers? Outliers are extreme values that fall outside the normal range. Outside the normal range. We don't have any outliers in our data, but box plots will help you to find outliers. Is identified using box plot. Using box plot, we can identify the outliers. Outliers are calculated. The formula for outliers is Q1 minus 1.5 times into 1.5 into interquartile range, and at the higher end Q3 plus 1.5 times interquartile range. So this is how the box and whisker plot help you to identify outliers. In our data, there are no outliers. In the share price data, there are no outliers, but you can see the skewness. Skewness means the box is slightly towards the left side, or the length of the box is towards the left side. So you can see here, there is something called skewness, which is slightly visible. Or if you can't, we will see the things. So histogram is based on frequency distribution table. Box plot is based on quartiles. Box plot is based on quartiles. All of you got the output of box plot? So all of you got the output of the box plot? Can you please confirm? So box plots are very interesting plots, okay? So you can see here box plot. Now, next plot is Sensex close dot plot kind is equal to density. Density curve. So this is called density curve using standard scores. Basically, it will tell you how close data is to normal distribution or bell curve. How close is data to normal distribution or bell curve? Density will tell you, see here, the plot is not clear, right? So this will tell us whether the data is close to normal distribution or not. Basically, there are two parameters which will tell you whether the data is closer to normal distribution or not. We can use the two plots like, we can use them called skewness and kurtosis. So Sensex close dot plot kind is equal to density plot. Okay, so we can see here Sensex close dot Q. See, this is your skewness, positive skewness, the peak of curve on left side, negative skewness, the peak of the curve on right side. So we can see the data is negatively skewed, minus 0.116. So skewness and kurtosis, the two important things. Skewness is more important. So you can see here, skewness and kurtosis. See, you can see the skewness and kurtosis. Positively skewed means the curve will be on the left side. Negatively skewed means the curve will be on the right side. See, positive curve of kurtosis, narrow peak. Negative kurtosis, flat peak. Kurtosis 0, normal distribution. Even skewness 0 will be normal distribution. Skewness 0 will be normal distribution. So this is your skewness and kurtosis. Positive skewness means the curve is on the left side, the peak of the curve on the left side. If it is negative skewness, the peak of the curve on the right side. So this is what we can identify from our data, skewness and kurtosis. The two important things in our data. Kurtosis is not that much, but skewness is there. We are skewing towards the right. Negative skewed data we have. We have skewness of negative. Slightly, not bigger, slightly negative skewness. We are having slightly negative skewness. Right? Minus 0.166, slightly negative skewness. You can also see the kurtosis also. Sensex close dot cut is kurtosis. Kurtosis is also closer to 1. So positive kurtosis, tall and narrow peak. Negative kurtosis, flat and wide peak. So we have skewness negative, kurtosis is also negative for our data. So that is what we are seeing in the diagram on top. In the diagram on the top also we are observing the same thing. So it says skewness is also there, kurtosis is also negative. So all of you got the skewness and kurtosis? Can I move forward? Can I move forward, guys? Can you please confirm? Padmavati, Harish, all shall we continue? Okay, right. So kurtosis and things we have done. So we have done the basic analysis of our close price data. Okay, we have completed the basic analysis of our close price data. Now, let us start with some of the technical indicators. Okay. Now, one of the most common technical indicator is moving averages. Moving averages. You might have calculated, right? Moving averages. In that, we have something called simple moving average. Simple moving average. Okay, in Excel, you will drag and drop the formula, right? So, simple moving average or moving averages are one of the most important things in data science or in technical analysis. Simple moving average. Okay. Now, within SMA, there is short-term moving average. There is short-term moving average, which we generally take as 50-day moving average, 50-day SMA. And there are long-term moving averages also. Long-term moving average. It can be generally 200-day SMA. So moving averages are very interesting in technical analysis. When you are doing short-term trading, we talk about these moving averages. 50-day moving average, which we call it a short-term moving average. Long-term moving average is 200-day moving average. And medium-term moving average would be 100-day moving average. 100-day moving average can be considered as a medium term, but this is the moving average. Okay. Now let us say Sensex 50 SMA. Sensex SMA 50. We will calculate Sensex SMA 50. Sensex close will complete on complete data we are doing it. Okay. Sensex close dot rolling. Sensex close dot rolling window is equal to 50 dot mean. So what this will give us is, this will give us our 50-day moving average. So what it will do is, it will calculate the previous 50 days moving average. Every time the formula goes down, it calculates the previous 50 days moving average. Previous 50 days moving average. Okay. Last 50 days moving average, it will calculate. So this is your short-term moving average, which is your 50-day moving average. Similarly, Sensex SMA 200 is equal to Sensex close dot rolling window is equal to 200 dot mean. So it will take last 200 days moving average. It will take last 200 days moving average. 50-day moving average and 200-day moving average. All right. So we have calculated the moving averages. Okay. So all of you got the moving averages? See, the moving averages smoothen the curve. That is what you have to always understand. Moving averages smoothens the line, smoothens the curve. The longer moving average, more smoothing. So that is the thing you need to understand. Longer the moving average line, longer the smoothing. So this is very interesting in moving averages. So this is your moving averages. Okay, we have calculated the 50-day moving average and we have already calculated the 200-day moving average. Now we need to plot all of them in one single plot. We will plot everything into one single plot. Okay. Now We can do it individually, but we want all the three lines in one plot. That is where matplotlib will come into help. Matplotlib will come into our help where we plot multiple plots into one window. First, we will fix the plot window. Fix comma ax is equal to plt dot subplots fixed size is equal to 16 by 9. We are increasing the plot window size. So what basically we are doing is we are increasing plot window size. We are increasing plot window size because we are getting a smaller plot window size, right? So if you look at all our plots, they are coming very small. So I am going to increase the plot window size to 16 by 9. Okay, that is what I am doing here. All right. Once we have set up the plot sizes, then we will start the plot. Okay. So the plots, once you set up your window size and all, then comes your plot thing. Ax dot plot, axis dot plot, ax dot plot, open bracket, sensex close, the first plot, comma, first we'll give the index also. Sensex close, index, the date, comma, sensex close, comma, label is equal to sensex. So index means date. Close index means I am indexing the date. Similarly, ax dot plot sensex SMA 50 dot close dot index comma sensex SMA 50 comma label is equal to short term, or let us say 50 day. Similarly, ax dot plot sensex 200 dot index comma sensex 200 SMA 200 comma label is equal to 200 days. Now we have to set the ax dot set underscore x label is date, x label is date, ax dot set underscore y label is price, ax dot legend. See, you get all the things in a larger plot. You get everything in a bigger plot. So the plotting, if you can plot them individually, or if you want all of them in a single plot, you have to use little bit of things like there's nothing. It's a straightforward thing. Ax dot plot is the command for plotting the different lines. Dot index is the date. So every calculation we did, dot index will be date. So date will be plotted on x-axis, price will be plotted on y-axis. So basically, this is an advantage in the matplotlib where you can do multiple line plots in one graph. Because we need all of them in one place, right? All of you got the graph? All of you got the graph? Can you confirm, please? So this is the Sensex plot. This is the 50-day SMA. This is the 200-day SMA. So we have to plot all the lines in one place for analysis, right? That is why we are doing it here. Okay, all of you got this? Can I move forward? Supanika, Padmavati. Okay, so see here, we are plotting the plot. Now you can see the Sensex, you can see the 50-day line, and you can see the 200-day line. The 50-day line is red color or orange color, 200-day is green color. Now, if you look at the graph here, the 50-day line acts as a support level. 50-day line acts as a support level. So that you need to, one of the interpretation you can do is, the interpretation here is, the inference here is, the 50-day SMA the 50-day SMA acts as support level. The 50-day SMA acts as support level. Now 200-day SMA acts as resistance level. Resistance level. Support means bottom. Below that, it tries to not to fall below that price. Resistance means top. So support level will be the bottom line. Resistance would be the top line. Now, whenever you look at it, now if you look at what is the current trend, if you look at the current trend in 2020, I think Sensex is having a strong, again we are breaching the support levels. So we are again breaching the support level. So whenever the support level is broken, it falls further. Whenever the support level is broken, the price will go down further. So that is what we are saying, support level and resistance level. The resistance level also you can see here every time it is changing. Now, you need to look at one most important thing called crossover. Price crossover. price crossovers. If the short-term moving average line crosses over and moves above long-term moving average line, crosses over and moves above the long-term moving average line, we call it as golden cross. Golden cross. If the short-term moving average crosses over and moves above the long-term average, see here, look at here, the orange line moved above the green line. See, that is a golden cross. And what do you see in golden cross? It's a upward movement. Upward movement. So golden cross indicates buy signal. Golden cross indicates buy signal. If the short-term moving average line crosses over and moves below long-term moving average line, we call it as death cross, or we call it as a sell signal. The market will fall. So see here, you can see this thing here. Now whenever the short-term moving average crosses down the long-term moving average, the market will fall. See, short-term moving average crosses below the 200 line. See here, the market has drastically fallen, and now we are in a golden cross scenario. Now we are in a golden cross scenario. That's why some people are saying Sensex will go up to 42,000. So we are in a golden, what you call cross scenario. That is what we are seeing here. So this is a pattern which is telling us right now we are in a golden cross situation where the market is indicating a buy signal. So that is what you can infer from this short-term and long-term moving averages. The simplest of moving averages, which are very important in understanding the technical analysis, are 50-day moving averages and 200-day moving averages. In India, they are widely used. They are very essential part of our Indian strategy. Okay, any doubts in this? Price crossover? So all of you got the moving averages? Can I move forward? All right. Can I move forward? Harish, Padmavati, Suparnika, Jwalita, what should I do? Should I move forward? Yes. So we use this moving averages as a very important analysis. We use this as a important analysis. Okay. Now we can also find out for machine things. Suppose I am just giving you, don't get afraid of the, there is no something called, what you call, very simplest of thing which you need to, we have trained the system, right? We are talking about technical analysis or algorithmic trading. So we have to tell the system when to buy and when to sell. The systems will automatically train when to buy and when to sell. So that is one thing which is there in Python, which is very, very useful for you. When to generate a buy signal and when to generate a sell signal. Now, let us, I'm just going to show you a small thing which will help you to understand how the machines are trained. Okay, so don't get worried about the syntax and codes. Very simplistic form of creating a buy signal and a sell signal. Okay, define SMA, open bracket. We need close price, comma. We need short-term period, comma. We need long-term period. So, colon. We are creating a function called SMA. Okay. So, where we are using the long-term and short-term to do the analysis. Okay. Now, short SMA is equal to close dot. So we have already used the function here, right? How we calculated the rolling. Close dot rolling window is equal to 50 dot mean. Okay. Long SMA is equal to close dot rolling window is equal to 200 dot mean. Okay, so we are asking it to calculate long term and short term. Now SMA cell short term cell signal is equal to double round bracket short SMA less than equals to long SMA and short SMA dot shift 1 short move by 1 point greater than equal to long SMA dot shift 1. So I am telling you is cell if short term SMA is less than long term SMA and short term average that means shift 1 round 1 cell go down and generate the signal. This is the cell signal. Similarly, SMA buy when you should buy, when the system should buy. Again, we are creating a logic which is opposite to the above logic. So, short SMA greater than equal to long SMA and short SMA dot shift. This is the same shift 1. Again, we have to use something called less than equal to long SMA dot shift by 1. So we are asking to generate the signals. Return SMA sell, comma, SMA buy, comma, short SMA, comma, long SMA. Okay, so this is a program which instructs the what we call the computer or system to generate what we call when to sell and when to buy. Let us say SMA buy, okay, Sensex 2020, oh, it says, okay, SMA Sensex 2020, comma, 50, comma, 200. So it is saying, see, it is simply saying false means do not buy, true means buy. Let us put a name. Buy sell is equal to this. Buy sell dot tail. Okay. CD dot data string. So estimate is giving us the output, but we are not able to put it into a name actually. So, but we are getting the values. So let us see if we can get. Let us say buy sell. So it is saying don't buy in the beginning. 1st October it is saying don't buy. So true or false it is saying. False means don't buy. True means that means crossovers. We are talking about the price crossovers. So basically based on price crossovers, we are trying to find whether to buy or sell. So that is the thing we are doing here. So false means that day 50 crossover, you can look at the chart. 1st January 2020, see here, all of them are below your short-term moving average. That's why it is saying false, don't buy. False means don't buy. See, it is completely gone down. See, from the 1st January onwards, it has come down. So it is saying don't buy. It is saying it as don't buy. So that is how it is finding out buy and sell indications based on true or false. So you will generate a program. This is how the short-term, long-term moving average programming is done within the Python environment, where you get false and true for day intervals. Every day, whether you should buy or not, you will get based on this thing. Okay. So all of you understood the logic behind this thing, buying and selling about golden crossover, short term and moving average. So I am just modeled this into a small program which will give us daily whether we should buy or not, whether you should go for a buy or sell. False means don't buy, true means buy. That is the final understanding of this situation, of this model. Got it? All of you got this? I think if you give it for Sensex close, you'll get the complete picture. Let us say Sensex close. CD dot data frame by cell dot to underscore CSV by cell dot CSV. And if you go to your home page, you will see a buy and sell option here. CSV here. Okay, I think we have to convert it into series. CD dot series by cell dot CD dot data frame dot to underscore CSV by cell dot CSV. I'm just seeing whether we can, whether the data is properly formatted or not, to check because we need an Excel sheet to find out. No, we got nothing. All right. Plot. tuple. Okay, tuple. So we are getting it as tuple. So we have to convert tuple to data frame. Tuple to data frame columns. So we'll just do it now in a matter of seconds. Very simple. pd.no call to list. So what all we have in buy cell? Let me see buy cell. We have name close, name close. Okay. And we don't have anything for this thing. Okay, we'll do conversion into code. pd dot data frame by cell dot to list. Comma index is equal to index. Tuple object has no list. No, we generally got it now. Okay. By cell dot count index CSV. I'm not able to convert them into this, but basically it is giving you the buy and sell operation. Okay. So using the simple moving and above crossovers, we have done this calculation. So it will generally give us at what date you can buy and what time you can sell. So basically it will tell you based on the date whether you should buy or not. So as long as the market is down like this, it is saying false. That means do not buy. Once it does the crossover, then it will start it true. True means buy. It will start giving you the indicator to buy. Okay. So all of you got this? Any doubts in this? Okay, all of you got this? Any doubts? Okay, so all of you open Anaconda prompt and install this library. I am putting it here. Open Anaconda prompt. In the Anaconda file, you will see Anaconda prompt. Open this Anaconda prompt and type this command. Paste it. Fonda install -c quantopn ta-lib. There is a predefined library also, which will help us to do these things. Just install this package. All of you open command prompt or Anaconda prompt and do it. And also I will tell you how to do it. We can also do this. Transact df is equal to cd dot data name close comma SMA 50 comma sponsor SMA 200. Transact df dot transact df is equal to transact df dot drop. So all of you are installing, right? Guys, can you confirm you are installing the TA package? Any errors you are getting? Yeah, just type import TA. If you are using Google Colab, just type import TA. Yeah, 1027 and 3. All of you are downloaded? Where should I type in the cell? It's giving the syntax error. Okay. So last 20 days it is giving us a buy signal. See, buy true. So you can do like this. All of you create a data frame and transpose it. But meanwhile, I'll sort the other error. We didn't get the buy sell error, right? So we can do like this. I created a data frame where we have the Sensex close, SMA 50 and SMA 20, 200, and we transposed it. Then I added the column names, 50, 200, and close. Then we dropped the NA. Once we have dropped the NA, now we can give the argument. The argument is this: np dot where Sensex df dot SMA greater than equal to Sensex dfma dot 200 true by true. That means buy that day. Buy false means do not buy. So we have a crossover right now. We are in a position to buy or sell on Sensex. This is how we generally do it for first create a data frame. Then you can see last 20 days. From 17th September onwards, it is telling us to buy the Sensex because we are in a golden, what we call golden cross scenario. So this is how we have to do the analysis. So all of you continue with this. Then I'll sort out the import problem. So for Colab, you do this. Pip install ta-lib. Colab guys, do this. Pip install ta-lib. We'll install it into Google Colab. So basing on a simple trading strategy, we have created when to buy and when to sell. Day wise we can go, and we can give the same thing as a logic. We can convert it into a pickle or into an XML file and put it onto server and connect the data. You can directly get your buy sell list. Now it is indicating buy on Sensex. It is indicating buy on Sensex. So all of you got this? Any doubts? So all of you got this? Any doubt? Can you please confirm? So now, guys, do one thing. Should I buy State Bank of India? The ticker is SBIN dot NS. So this is the ticker. So first import data. Second, select close price. Then calculate 50-day SMA and 200-day SMA. Plot all three lines. Then create a data frame. Do this. So we already have the data reader, right? So SBI is equal to data dot data reader, open bracket, quotes, SBIN dot NS, comma, data underscore source is equal to Yahoo. This will give you the State Bank of India data. Okay, do this. This is your State Bank of India data. Now, once you have downloaded data, select the close price. Try this. Okay, SBI, State Bank of India data we have downloaded using the data reader, data reader. Then we will select the close price. SBI close is equal to SBI dot close. We have selected the close price. So SBI SMA 50 is equal to SBI close dot rolling in bracket window is equal to 50 dot mean. So we'll get the 50-day moving average. SBI SMA 200 is equal to SBI close dot rolling window is equal to 200 dot mean. Now we don't need to do the subplot, what to call the plotting is already, the window is bigger only, so we can directly plot. A dot plot SBI close or we'll give the plot size. Fig comma AX is equal to PLT dot subplots fig size is equal to 16 by 9. Okay, AX dot plot SBI close dot index comma SBI close comma label is equal to close price. Then AX dot plot SBI SMA 50 dot index comma SBI SMA 50 comma label is equal to SMA 50. Similarly, AX dot plot SBI SMA 200 dot index comma SBI SMA 200 comma label is equal to SMA 200. Then at AX dot set underscore X label is date. AX dot set underscore Y label is price. Then AX dot legend. Oh, what happened? Label spelling mistake. Oh, LABEL. See, one small spelling mistake will give you this plot. So this is your State Bank of India plot. State Bank of India. So State Bank of India is on a downtrend. It is not in a what you call it is, see, it is on the death cross. It is on the death cross, and that's why it is falling. See, it is falling. It's in the death cross. So it is looking for this death cross. It is in the case of death cross, SBI. So all of you do this, SBI. So you should not buy State Bank of India right now because it's in the death cross. And see, the way it is falling, so it is trying to go towards the golden cross, but I will wait till the cross. You can only buy when the cross happens. When the cross happens, then only you can buy. As long as the cross do not happen, you cannot buy State Bank of India. So all of you getting this? State Bank of India, you should not buy State Bank of India because it is in the death cross right now. Short term, we have to wait till it moves over the long term line. Then we call it as a golden cross, and then we will buy that State Bank of India share. The simplest of trading strategy. Simplest of trading strategy. We can do like this. See here. Now, if I want to add a buy and a sell signal to my sheet, I can do it outrightly. So with these basic things, you can do short-term trading, but be careful. You might sometimes get into the trap where you might not escape. So I would not suggest you, but if you want personally, I use this analysis for my trading idea. So you can also experiment with them, but be careful and be cautious. That is what I can always say. So all of you getting it right? Short-term and long-term moving averages, how they affect the what you call whether you should buy or sell. When should you buy and when should you sell? Got it, all of you? Can you confirm? State Bank of India's strategy. Now, if you want, let us create a data frame. SBI DF is equal to TD dot data frame, open bracket. Then we have what? SBI close, comma, SBI SMA 50, comma, SBI SMA 200 dot transpose. So we have to transpose the data frame. Okay. SBI DF dot columns is equal to, open bracket, single quote. First we have the close price, then single quote SMA 50, comma, single quote SMA 200. We have to give the column names. We have to give the column names. Then we will give the condition. SBI DF square bracket single quote buy, whether you should buy or not. NP dot where, very simple thing. SBI DF dot SMA 50 greater than equal to SBI DF dot SMA 200 if the condition is true or else false. Now you can see here SBI DF dot tail in the last 20 days. See, it is saying last 20 days don't buy. Buy is false. That means do not enter into the stock. So buy false. See, we have to wait till buy becomes true. Once the buy becomes true, then we can enter into the market. Right now it is saying buy is false. Because you should not buy because the price is still down, very low. You have to wait when it becomes a golden cross. So that is how the trading strategies are created on a simple strategy of moving averages, which is long-term and short-term moving averages. So now my analysis would be do not buy what we call the State Bank of India stock right now. Right now we should not buy State Bank of India stock. So very simple short-term trading strategies you can identify by using this analysis. Using this analysis, we can create lot of trading strategies. So all of you could install TA package. So this TA package is one of the packages where you see lot of indicators. Oh, it didn't work for you. Error came up. Okay. Command out of with exit status Python import setup tool tokenize. So single version compile. Let's search for it. Okay. Okay. Let me check and I'll clarify tomorrow, Aditya. But anyway, you can manually calculate them like this. Okay, so we can do like this. So based on the simple moving average. So this TA package, I don't know why it is not installing, but we have this something called ta.rsi, which will help you to identify buying and selling also. There is one indicator called RSI, Relative Strength Index, where we have the close price, comma, time period, colon, RSI is equal to ta.rsi, close, comma, time period, RSI cell is equal to or we can simply do an RSI analysis. So we don't need to build a sell and buy signal. So let me do it like this. Relative strength index. Relative strength index. So relative strength index is also a parameter. So RSI is also very important, relative strength index. Now, RSI greater than 70 is overbought, and RSI less than 30 oversell. So RSI greater than 70 would be overbuying, RSI less than 30 would be overselling. Now it's a very simple thing. So based on your, let us say, SBI, square bracket single quote RSI is equal to ta.rsi in bracket SBI close, comma, time period is 14. Oh, TA has no attribute RSI. Import TA. Okay, TA dot TA dot momentum dot RSI. Package has changed. So by, or let us put RSI by. RSI by is equal to bracket for row in SBI dot RSI colon if row greater than equal to 70 colon row dot append over by elif row greater than less than equal to 30 colon row dot append over cell else colon row dot append by range. Okay, so we'll say SBI DF square bracket single quote RSI by is equal to RSI by. So this will create a float object has no attribute. SBI dot head 2. Okay, we have to drop. Okay, I have made a mistake here. SBI DF. Okay, we have to add it to the SBI DF. Oh, I added it to a wrong data frame. DF dot data. We got it. So SBI DF dot RSI float attribute has no append. Okay, we'll drop them. SBI DF is equal to SBI DF dot drop any. SBI DF dot D type. Okay, np dot append. Okay. RSI says so anybody can help me with this error? I am getting this for loop error. I am not able to understand. Okay, we have NP here. NP where. Okay, NP where can be used. Okay, so we don't need to use this. SBIDF RSI buy is equal to NP dot where JDF dot RSI greater than equal to 70, it is over buy or bought. Okay, comma NP dot where SBIDF dot RSI less than equal to 30, comma over sell, comma double quotes buying range. So 5 are given. Why it is saying 5 are given? So SBIDF dot tail 20. So it says, this says it is in buying range. See, the one indicator is saying it is not in buying range, but the other is saying it is, one says don't buy, the other is saying buying range. So you can use SBIDF called relative strength index. If it is greater than 70, overbuy. If it is less than 30, oversell, or else in between we call it as buying range. So if you have the buying range, it will work like this. And this is your buying range related aspect. So you can also use multiple trackers. So based on 50-day and 200-day SMA, it says do not invest in State Bank of India, but based on this, it is saying buying range. It is saying it is in the buying range, RSI, but you can watch it. Risk taking is what it's all about, because it is moving upwards, right? If you look at our RSI curve, so let us say if I want to add to this only RSI, so we can add the, then we can see it is going down towards the upward movement only. So RSI will help you to buy or not, relative strength index. So this is the another indicator which is widely used in stock market. So the coding is slightly different. The problem with the calculation is slightly complicated. That is why we are using the TA thing here. So all of you could, how many of you could not install TA package? How many of you could not install TA package?